General Hospital spoilers and rumors tease Martin Gray's Michael E. Knight, cruel California ex-wife Tracy Quartermaine, Jane Elliot, started a problem with might actually be a Quartermaine relative. Sky Quartermaine, Robin Christopher, hasn't been seen in over 13 years in Port Charles, so who knows what she might have done since and where she wound up. Sky was adopted by Alan Quartermaine, Stuart Damon, making her Tracy's niece by adoption. Her mother was one of Alan's former lovers, Ray Cummings, Linda Dano. Sky's actual birth father was never revealed, and thanks to Tracy's meddling, it was proven it wasn't Alan after all, but he adopted her as an adult child in spite of it. However, Sky was very manipulative at times, and did her fair share of blackmail and other things, and dated some very bad people. She has a child with Lorenzo Alcazar, Ted King, and had affairs with Luke Spencer, Tony Geary, and Jasper Jacks, Ingo Rademacher, who she married. Oddly enough, there was a time when she and Ned Quartermaine, Wally Kurth, dated. Sky also helped A.J. Quartermaine, Sean Kanan, kidnap baby Christina Corinthos Davis, Kate Muncy, and was an on-again off-again alcoholic for much of her time in Port Charles. Once she framed Sonny Corinthos, Maurice Bernard, for locking her in a meat locker when in reality she did it herself. She had around a dozen romances with different men, and 4 marriages that were documented so far between her time in Port Charles, Llanview, Pennsylvania, and Pine Valley, Pennsylvania. She lived in London, England for a while with her mother and her daughter Leela Ray Alcazar, Kayla Madison, and would be around 57 years old now. One of her affairs in Pine Valley was with Tad the Cad Martin, Michael E. Knight, and she'd also dated Will Courtland, James Patrick Stewart. Since the ex-wife Tracy made trouble over lives in California, as a way to get Martin out of town and arrested to be taken to California, it could easily be Sky. The woman is apparently, like Martin's other ex, Blair Kramer, Cassie DePaiva, someone that Tracy knows, and Sky might just fit the bill. The last time Sky was in Port Charles, she and Blair were together. They went on a search for a Thomas Delgado, Ted King, from Llanview, who looked like the Alcazars. Sky also came to town to attend the funerals of Edward Quartermaine, John Ingle, and Leela Quartermaine, Anna Lee, but she hasn't been spoken of since, possibly until now. Be sure to catch up on everything happening with GH right now. Come back here often for General Hospital spoilers, news, and updates. There's a storm brewing on the West Coast, and it may just be heading straight for Port Charles. General Hospital spoilers tease that Martin Gray's mysterious ex-wife in California is stirring up trouble, and fans are starting to speculate that the woman behind the chaos could be none other than Sky Quartermaine. If true, this bombshell could upend lives, unravel secrets, and force Martin to face a part of his past he's tried to bury for years. So, is the elegant but fiery Sky returning to wreak havoc, or is she simply caught up in the crossfire of Martin's secrets? Let's unpack the explosive possibilities and why. When Martin first mentioned having an ex-wife living in California, fans perked up. Who was this mysterious woman? Why hadn't she been mentioned before? And more importantly, what kind of skeletons might she be hiding in Martin's designer suit line closet? For months, the detail remained a throwaway line, until now. New spoilers hint that Martin's ex-wife is making waves again, possibly threatening to expose secrets that could destroy his reputation, shake up his current relationships, and even impact business dealings in Port Charles. But what's her angle, and why now? Sky Quartermaine hasn't been seen in Port Charles in quite some time, but her legacy looms large. The fiery redhead is known for her complicated love life, tangled loyalties, and a past that's as checkered as it is glamorous. Whether she's entangled with the Quartermaines, the Chandlers, or any number of her former flames, Sky is always a force to be reckoned with. And if Sky is Martin's elusive ex, suddenly everything starts to click. Sky has lived in California before, and her time away from Port Charles has always felt a bit open-ended. She's resourceful, shrewd, and knows how to play the long game. She's also not afraid to burn bridges, or build new ones when it suits her. If she's behind the new wave of trouble hitting Martin's life, it could mean she's after something bigger than just revenge. Power? Money? A second chance at love? Or maybe something much more dangerous? If Sky truly is Martin's ex-wife, her return to the canvas opens up endless storylines and a rich tapestry of drama ready to unfold. Imagine this. Sky arrives in Port Charles under the guise of a business trip or a visit to ELQ, but in reality, she's carrying information that could destroy Martin. Maybe she knows something about his financial dealings, perhaps something shady in his law practice, or even an explosive secret tied to a powerful Port Charles figure. Could she blackmail him? Use the information as leverage to force her way back into ELQ power circles? Or is she working with someone else? Perhaps Valentine Cassadine or Tracy Quartermain, to pull the ultimate power play. There's also the romantic angle to consider. What if Sky isn't just here to sabotage Martin, but to win him back? Their past could have been passionate but complicated. Maybe Martin walked away, but Sky never truly let go. Now she wants closure, or maybe one last chance. Of course, this storyline wouldn't be complete without Lucy Coe in the crosshairs. Martin and Lucy have had their share of ups and downs lately, and if Sky steps back into Martin's life, things could go south fast. Sky and Lucy in the same room. That's a recipe for a catfight with sparkling one-liners, high fashion, and more than a few spilled martinis. Lucy may think she knows everything about Martin, but she might find herself blindsided by just how deep his secrets go and how unfinished his past truly is. Will Lucy fight for Martin, or will she be forced to walk away once she realizes she's second to a ghost from his past? A Sky return would also ripple out into the wider Quartermain family. While Sky's connection to the family has always been a bit strained, as the adopted daughter of Alan Quartermain, she still holds weight. Tracy, Brooklyn, and even Ned might be forced to confront old wounds if Sky waltzes back into their lives, demanding a piece of the ELQ pie, or stirring old rivalries. And if Sky comes with dirt on Martin that threatens ELQ's public image or financial stability, you better believe Tracy will strike hard and fast to keep her empire intact. There's also speculation that Sky's return might not be limited to Martin's orbit. What if her California antics were connected to a much bigger plot? Could she be tied to Pikeman, or perhaps she's working behind the scenes with a mystery investor trying to take over ELQ or sabotage deception? Her presence could be the tip of the iceberg for a multi-layered storyline that touches everyone from Valentine to Sunny. And let's not forget, Sky knows how to work both sides of the moral spectrum. One day she's a heroine, the next she's seducing someone to get what she wants. Her unpredictability is part of her power, and it makes her the perfect character to inject new life into multiple sagging storylines. If General Hospital is truly bringing back Sky Quartermain as Martin's ex-wife, it's not just a smart plot twist. It's a brilliant opportunity to revive one of the show's most complex and dynamic women. Whether she's here to reclaim her man, seek revenge, or claw her way back into ELQ, Sky's return could set the entire town of Port Charles on fire. Her presence alone could send shockwaves through the legal, corporate, and romantic sectors of the soap, and give longtime fans a delicious blend of nostalgia and fresh chaos. Martin Gray has kept his past carefully hidden, until now. With whispers of his ex-wife making waves in California and potential ties to ELQ and Port Charles brewing, it's only a matter of time before secrets explode and relationships fracture. And if Sky Quartermain is indeed the woman behind the curtain, Port Charles better brace itself. Because when Sky returns, she doesn't come quietly. She comes with stilettos, secrets.